Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Funjelah. It's the holiday season, which usually means time for family and friends and love and all the goodness stuff. And on this podcast, we dive into gratitude. Gratitude having to do with anything from your career, from your life, maybe someplace you've traveled to, maybe anything in life that you are grateful for. So what we're going to do on this episode is go through some of my favorite gratitudes having to do with family during this family time. So whether that's relationships, kids, your parents, your childhood, anything having to do with family for this family time. I hope you're enjoying your time with your family this holiday season. And I hope you enjoy this episode of Funjelah. Don't forget, leave us a review. Go to the website, Danielle. Give them all the information, how they can participate in this podcast.
Yes, so if you would like to leave us a voicemail telling us what you're grateful for or what you're mad about this week, give us a call at 747-300-5380. You can email us at funjelahpodcast@gmail.com, or on Anjelah's website, there is a form you can fill out there as well.
Again, happy holidays to you and your family, and enjoy some of my favorite gratitudes of past guests that we've had on the show with the idea of celebrating family for this family time. Okay?
Bringing it back to your family for a second, and like we're being grateful for like people throughout our career who have, you know, helped us in some way or done something super significant for us. Bringing it back to your family, obviously, I know you're a family man and you're grateful for your wife, your kid, your parents, and you have such a great, unique story with your dad and how you grew up with him, you know, yelled at by a clown, hilarious. Your first album, right? That was your first one, right?
Dave Rath.
Yep. Fantastic. And then now being at a place where your dad can open for you on these big arena shows, and like that's super, super cool. And I'm sure you have, you know, your own bond story with your dad and what this means growing up, how you did and how you are today, shining. But I'm thinking about when you achieve something great in your career, or you've experienced something new, is there anyone in your family that you think of that like either I hope they're proud of me, I hope they're happy, impressed, or like, you know, we've talked about like trying to impress your daughter, but obviously that's, you know, she'll get it one day. But is there anybody in your family that you think of like when you first got Saturday Night Live and you're like, oh my gosh, and maybe it is your dad? Is it your dad or is it?
Yeah, my mom and my dad. Like it was, I mean, I always wrote my material to impress my parents. I wanted them to be able to come to shows and not be like, you know, I didn't want them to be nervous about telling anybody they know my son does stand-up comedy, but don't watch it.
Right.
And so I always wrote to not disappoint them. And so, I mean, I still do that now, and it'll be in everything that I ever do, is I'm writing to impress two people, which is a little bit easier to do than write for 1 million people. So you just write for these two people, and I don't want to disappoint them. And I know the radar. I know you know, I always say it's like a panicky. I can feel like inside, if I feel some flutters and some panic, you're like, well, I'm not really comfortable with this. And so then I go, we probably need to back out of this, or get out of this situation, or not do this, or fix this joke. Because there was some stuff I couldn't do at the beginning. There was a couple, I have like in my old stuff where I never cursed, but it was like I just said, you know, like it was just stuff that I regret for saying, like whether the way I described it or the way I said it. It's never like it was super bad, but I just wasn't a good enough comic at the time to figure out a way to make that get a laugh without saying
it differently.
Yeah.
And so I even asked my dad about it. I told, you know, like that, even when I did it, I was like, I think I have to say it this way. And I think it was like, don't be a bee about it. I don't
Mm.
want to say it, but it's like, because it just works with the joke, and
Yeah.
that word is kind of harsh, and there's just a
Yeah.
lot of comedic wise is why it just fit very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't good enough to figure a way to not do it.
Yeah.
And so as of now, I have. But yeah. Basically, you write it for. You're not trying to please. You can't really please everybody. You can't,
Yeah.
or you can try for. But if you can please a couple people. So
Yeah.
whenever you do something, it's like you should have a, somewhat of a gauge of who you're writing it for.
Yeah, for sure.
LA has been on fire everywhere, so everyone's on edge. And the greatest gratitude I have, seeing how much loss there is, and so much loss.
Yeah.
I'm grateful I have a home.
Yeah.
I'm grateful I'm alive. Those are the first two major things,
Yeah.
because you take that for granted. And a lot of people I see online are telling people like, oh, you can, you'll rebuild whatever. But there's a home is like so important to people, and if you don't have a home, that's an unbelievably difficult road. If you are lucky enough to have a home, it's your safe space.
That's right.
It's the space that you go to recharge, to hold the things most important to you.
Yeah.
Your kids, if you have kids, are there. Your spouse, or just your home. It's that was always a thing for me as a kid, was like, one day I want my own home. I want peace in my home.
Yep.
That will be the place that I go to for myself, to take care of myself and to do the things I need to do in life. That will be the my sacred thing. And when that's taken away from you in a blink of an eye, I'm sure devastating.
Yeah.
So much gratitude that I'm lucky enough that our house is okay.
Yeah.
And then with that, people lost their lives.
Yeah.
And again, that can happen at any second,
That's right.
and any day,
That's
for
right.
anyone. So I'm grateful to be alive.
You're so right when you say the home is a safe space. Whether your home is a multi-million-dollar mansion or this studio apartment over here, this is your space that you share your energy with. So like I'm a big believer in energy,
Yeah.
and like you make this your safe space. This is where you can breathe when you've just been out and busy, and then you
Yeah.
get home and you can just
Yeah.
sigh.
Let it all go.
You have your favorite blanket right here on the couch. You have, your plants maybe that you feed and you water. You have your little, maybe your bird feeder or something, and then a little hummingbird comes to your window, and then you make it your space that brings you joy. Your space that you can feel connected with yourself, with God, with whoever. This is where you invite your friends over and you can entertain a dinner or something, like, come over, I want to cook for you, even if you don't have much, and you just do like taco night with your friend, and you're laughing and you're sharing that joy, and then that joy energy goes into the walls, and that's what you're feeding this space.
Yeah.
Right? And I think about, like, for everybody's home that burned down, all of that energy just like gone.
Well, you don't have that safety net anymore, and
Yeah.
the things that you cherished are gone.
Your memories. I think about even like the people who, they're like, my loved one took their last breath in this home, and this is where I felt them the most.
Yeah. Or your childhood home, you grew up there. There's a lot of trauma right now with all of these people all over LA who've lost their home and didn't have, they had minutes to get out. Some people, so they have nothing. They have nothing on their backs. They're, so it made me more grateful than ever.
Yeah.
to have that. And even when I didn't own a home and I, had 2 roommates, I shared. I had 2 roommates for my first 10 years in LA. Just my bedroom. I could close my door.
Yeah.
That was my safe space.
Yeah.
That my bed, my desk, my that stuff meant a lot to me, to have that little nook that was my own. So yeah, I'm in tragedy. Unfortunately, it does make you see like the importance of those things more.
Yeah.
Well, my first daughter saved my life. So I binge drank in my 20s a lot, and then I just kind of didn't have the best relationship to alcohol. And so when I became pregnant with my daughter, and I quit drinking immediately, and just have never drank. So I've been sober for almost like 9 years, right?
Wow.
Like 9 or so.
You never wanted to go back after you had the baby.
I think initially I realized that I had a bad relationship to it, so I had to start identifying as an alcoholic. And I had gone to Al-Anon for my family years before, but it's like, well, you were actively drinking, and had that relationship. So I still understood program, but I didn't think I would need to practice 12-step. So I never did go to 12-step, but I practiced it, strangely enough. And I've been sober, haven't picked up a drink.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really wild.
Does your husband drink?
No, he stopped. It messes his stomach up.
Oh.
And so he just does it. And honestly, what's great about Austin, I will say that, you guys being here, it's an incredibly healthy city. You wouldn't think so, because we're in the middle of Texas and everything's brisket and
No, everybody's jogging everywhere.
It's like
exercise.
that's the way people meet in for relationships. It's jogging clubs. Like if you're single, you want to join
run clubs.
Run clubs.
Yeah, there's a lot of run clubs.
Yeah, is that in?
It's a big thing in LA too,
Yeah.
and everybody's been trying to get me to join. And
I feel like it started here. You know what else? Wait. You know what else is really big here? And I think it also is in LA too now. Is they do DJ spinning at coffee joints.
Oh, I just saw a video of that.
wait, I haven't seen
My
that.
sister just sent it to me.
Yep.
It's like a day party,
Yep, but no alcohol.
but coffee at a coffee shop.
I wouldn't mind day activities.
Do you see what I'm saying?
fun.
It's like I think
a
it's
little caffeine high.
Yeah.
Well, our generation was like shots.
Yeah.
You could literally not turn on, the radio without Kesha telling you to go get fucked up.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
every single song was about alcohol.
Yeah.
And every time you went out in Hollywood, Hyde or Voyeur or wherever it was, you had to get a bottle or know somebody at a table. Or and if you were a woman, you had to look sexy and you had to be falling over drunk just to get like the paparazzi to take your photo. And it was a really rough time, the early 2000s, to be a female in media.
I think I'm most grateful to my husband and my boys because they are incredibly patient. Even though my husband gives me 60 to 90 seconds to listen to me. He always listens to me, and if I ask, he'll give me more time, of course. But I would say he has been my toughest critic, but he's been my biggest supporter. And I go like this, like I feel things so much. I'm like crying or laughing or crying or laughing. He always brings me back to the middle. And whenever things happened, I got an insane amount of no's. I pitched my first cookbook 39 times before the 40th said yes.
Wow.
And it's all these stories that people don't know. People think that I got my show, that I had an agent that pitched me to, GMA or to, whatever it was. Like, it was cold calling and knocking on doors. And my husband was, at the same time as he was very supportive, because I switched careers, we had kids, I had to let go of my income, and he supported me to go to cooking school and through all the changes. And he would be the one to tell me when I got, like, there are 39 no's for the cookbook, or the dozens and dozens of doors that shut on my face for the funding or for the network or for whatever. He would tell me, you need to like pick up and dust off. It's not you. It's not personal.
Yeah.
So I feel like being the fourth of 4 girls, maybe it's that.
Yeah.
You know, you want to be loved, you want to be liked, you want to entertain, you want to and taking the no's, you can take it very personal. So he taught me how to not take it personal. And the interesting thing is that after all these years, and I've told this to my boys so many times, the things that people, even people close to you, people that love you, family, friends, neighbors, they're not doing this because they're mean, you know?
They mean well.
They mean well, exactly. Oh my gosh, I love when you say like the southern.
Bless your heart.
Yes. So funny. But people will ask you to give up or to change the things that are the hardest for you about yourself to swallow. The things that you feel the most vulnerable about.
Yeah.
I mean, my accent.
Yeah.
It's been rough.
Yeah.
If someone recognizes me today at the airport, it's my accent.
That's right.
I love it.
Look at that.
And I did not take a class, and it's gotten worse because it's evolved. Because
It got
now,
worse.
It got worse because now I'm learning. You know, I'm of the group of people that migrated that are the ones who may never fully belong. And in Mexico, we're the ones who left. So we're in this limbo, but we can be a bridge.
Yeah.
I mean, my kids, they were born here.
Yeah.
They were born Mexican American.
Yeah.
And but I always tell them to never put on the negotiating table what you feel the most vulnerable about, because that is typically what will be your superpower.
Oh, you better preach, Patty. That is good.
I mean, it is because it is the things that people want you to change, the things that are who you are at your core, and the things that the world may get to know you for. And it's those, call it weaknesses, vulnerabilities, that people connect with you. Nobody has it made or settled or done or figured out.
That's good.
And so when you show who you are truly, people connect from that trueness with you.
What else are you grateful for?
You know what? Great question, by the way. Boy, it's a gift that you ask people this. So I'm grateful that you're asking. And I'm grateful that for stand-up, and I know this is going to maybe sound dumb, but it's not just stand-up because it's like culturally valuable. Like, oh, I'm a comedian and people think it's cool. I want everyone to have something where when they do it, they feel in the pocket. They feel like this is what I'm good at. I found what I'm good at. And it's of service to people. Like I'm looking out at people crying, laughing. And I go home, I'm a better father and a better husband because I get to go out and feel, when I say virile, I don't mean sexually. I mean like vital. I mean alive and appreciated, but also just like valuable isn't quite right, but it's like of service in my groove. Like I did a show this weekend. It was 10,000 people. It was huge. Wow. It's not my tour. It was like me and Jesselnick and Nick Kroll and Melissa Villasenor did this outdoor show in Canada. And I just did great. I went out, did a great job, felt great about it. Yeah. And then I come home. The rest of my life is so boring. It is wiping up watermelon juice from Wyatt on the floor. But I'm able to do that because like I can satiate that wanderlust, that like adventure, and that excitement. Like I don't, need to create drama in my life, flying to a venue, not even knowing how many people were there, finding out that it's 10,000 people. The zipper on my pants broke.
No.
I'm in my trailer. I zipped my pants up and they were, and it just didn't, when it splits. Yeah. So now the only pair of pants I have, I'm about to go in front of 10,000 people, breaks.
What did you do?
I asked them for super glue and I glued it shut. So I went on stage. Nobody even knows. Captain Hotshot up on the big stage has a glued fly. But what I'm saying is a lot of my life is pretty boring, and but boring in a great way.
Yeah.
And it's because I get to swashbuckle a little bit. I get to do, so I'm really grateful for stand-up that is never done in the good way. It's always challenging. There's always a risk of failure. So it's actually alive. And then when I do it, look, in a perfect world, I'd just be able to validate myself, but some external validation to go like, I am good. It could be making chairs. I am good at making chairs. I did it. It's fucking perfect. I want everybody to have that feeling. It doesn't have to be in show business. It can be a dinner you made for your friends. It can be a conversation you have with someone going through a breakup. But to feel of service and to feel dialed in. That's how I feel when I'm doing stand-up. And I know it's like glamorous meaning it's a celebrated thing, but that's not why. It's because I just so happen to be wired to do it, and then I do it. And when you do what you're wired to do, and you do it well, and it's appreciated, it's an incredible feeling.
Yeah.
It could be teaching preschool. It doesn't have to be cool, but to do something and go like, I'm good at this. Like, I can't speak for women, but I know a lot of guys I know want that feeling of, again, virility, something that's like, I went, I fucking did it. Of course, I don't know why I brought gender into it. I'm just saying, I see a lot of guys that are kind of like, and I'm like, I want you to find your fucking thing.
Yeah.
It could be training a dog. I don't care, but we all want to feel useful.
Yeah.
That's maybe the word.
I never thought of stand up or even like what you were saying, like doing a thing that you know that
Anjelah,
you're
I'm
good
sorry,
at.
we're out of time.
I cannot stand you.
I'm really sorry. We're out of time. I talked for 20 minutes. I'm sorry. That's all the time. we
Thank
got.
you so
Thank
much.
you.
We had a great. Give me a gratitude.
One of my gratitudes is the peace that I've been able to create in my home.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Our environment is so peaceful. We get to wake up to just the sun shining in the room, the birds chirping outside, maybe the wind chimes blowing. It's very, very peaceful in our house. And we just get to wake up and like be free. We get to wake up whatever time we want to wake up. You know, it's just a peaceful atmosphere to wake up into. We don't have to hear slamming cupboards or cuss words in the kitchen. It's just beautiful.
Sounds lovely.
I feel like you're speaking
Nice.
from experience there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like you've been divorced.
Oh no.
What's something you guys do when you first wake up? You and your son, Austin, is who we're talking about.
We just take our time. There's no rushing. Just take our time, get up.
Okay, what about when it is school time? Because you're in summer break right now. So when it's school time, how do you maintain that peace when we do got to get up and you do got to go to school?
Well, I wake up earlier than Austin, so because I've got to start making his breakfast and making his lunch. So it gives him a little bit more time to sleep in. Mm-hmm. And I know that he's not one to really jump up out of bed right away. So I get up, I get things ready, and I'll go in there a couple of different times just to wake him up. Son, it's time to wake up. And I'll like touch his arm or give him a hug. Or sometimes when I'm in the kitchen, he'll wake up and just because he has to go to the restroom. And I'm like, you woke up, Sonny? And treat him like a little baby in the morning.
Does he love it or does he like go, oh, Mom?
Sometimes he'll go, yeah. Another time
I
he'll
woke up.
go to the bathroom. Because he's at that age right now where rolling his eyes is a thing.
Oh.
And sounding irritated about everything is a thing. So I think it's that stage moving into 6th grade where he's just like pre-teeny. And I'm just like, I think something's wrong with your eyes. We should schedule a doctor's appointment. Hold on, let me call. And I'll like start to I'll be like, and he'll do it again. So just try to make light of it.
That's funny.
Hello, doctor.
Yeah.
It's an emergency. Hello, 911.
Yeah.
My son's eyes are falling backwards.
Yes, exactly.
That's funny.
He seems to not be getting enough air in his lungs.
Oh,
He keeps huffing and puffing.
Hurry, send oxygen.
Yes.
Stat.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
good. Write that down. That's
Yeah,
good.
that is a good one. That's funny. What are you grateful for in your life?
Oh man, I mean, so much. You mentioned childhood. I think I'm one of the really lucky ones that had a pretty great childhood. You know, daughter of immigrants, horror stories from the homeland, notwithstanding.
Yeah.
But my parents really worked really hard to give us everything they could, and very much had the immigrant mentality of like, we came here so you could be free and do and chase your dreams and do whatever you wanted. And so while it did take them a minute when I was like, I'm gonna be a performer, I'm gonna be on stage, or I'm gonna act in movies, I don't know, one of those. But they really, really supported me. But that's not actually what I'm the most grateful for. The thing I'm the most grateful for that I've come to realize pretty recently in my adult life is my parents were really good at forming community. They're very social. They make friends. And we always had people at our house. We hosted Noche Buena. There were many times friends or my grandmother would be, you know, staying with us, and I had like a trundle bed growing up because like we needed an extra bed. It's so that I could sleep on that and somebody could sleep in my bed or whatever. And my husband grew up in a very similar way, and we do that now. And I've realized I've had some moments in my adult life where I felt kind of lonely. Like after Brooklyn ended, I realized that for a majority of while I was working on that show, I had my Brooklyn family. I had a few like friends in LA that mostly were honestly friends from New York. And I went back to New York a lot and kind of kept that life like half alive, even though I wasn't living there.
Is that where your parents live?
New Jersey, and then I moved to New York when I was 19, and I was there for like 10 years. But I've like course corrected, and now we have a great community in LA. And my parents taught me how to do that. You know, my parents taught me how to.
I love that.
Be open to people and like be social and not be afraid if you connect with somebody to like invest time and energy in that friendship. And we always have people stay with us. My kids are used to people, you know, being at our house. We're just like, oh, Tio Mickey's in town. He's going to be here for 2 nights. Like, you know, and they're like, yay.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, I think I'm the most grateful for that. And, you know, and you see even now, like studies about aging or getting older, and they say like one of the most important things is like having community and like having social interactions, like more so than exercise or diet or all these other things, is like, you know, that you don't get too lonely as you get older. And I think about that a lot. And so
Where are your parents from?
my parents are Cuban.
Oh, Cuban.
Yeah.
That's so. Do you have a lot of siblings?
I just have one sibling.
Okay.
A lot of cousins.
Right. So Manny, I'm Mexican. Manny's Puerto Rican, and he grew up with not a lot of family around. I grew up with so much family, and that's I love having family around. But I remember we used to have a big house, and then we downsized into a smaller house. We were in transition as we were moving along, and I was like, we need a bigger house, and he's like, it's just me and you. Why?
And you were like, no.
Yeah, like, that's cute, but
Actually,
where's my mom and my brothers and sisters gonna sleep?
Yeah. Oh yeah, my oldest son was like, I want my own room because he shares a room with his brother, and I was like, but then where are all our friends and family going to sleep?
Yeah.
Like, we
Hello.
need that room. Like,
Hello.
hello. Do you not want so and so to stay with us?
Yeah.
And then that always gets him because he goes, oh, yeah, I guess. You know.
Yeah. That's
I
the
mean,
thing.
eventually I know when he gets older, like maybe he will need his own room and like we'll figure it out. But like for now,
he gets a trundle.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, exactly. Yes. Here's your own room. You will still be sharing it sometimes.
Yeah, totally.
That is probably what will happen.
I think you're a excellent example of that in being able to be honest with your feelings and processing of what you're going through and still being able to find gratitude given tragedy that's happened in your life that you've been very honest and open with.
Even in that, I found some gratitude within that. So for those that don't know, I lost my oldest son in 2021 in a car accident. And so me and my ex-wife, his mom, we were having a conversation like, this is deep in ground zero, where it's just fresh. And she was just like, man, I'm just grateful that, you know, if we had to lose him, that we didn't have to pull the plug, or like if he was in the vegetative state and we had to make the decision on pulling the plug, or just like he didn't suffer long. It was just like, so even in that, we were just like, yeah, because I couldn't imagine being in that situation where we have to make the decision.
Right.
You know, and it's just like, then to see your child suffering like that is just, we didn't have to go through that.
Right.
And then the other gratitude on that side of it is like, because a lot of people ask me like, how do you get through life like that? And I'm just like, because I had a great relationship with my son. That's the key point in losing somebody like that. Knowing that he left here, knowing that we loved him and he loved us, and we were on good standing. There was no resentment on anything. There was no beef. There was none of that. And so that keeps me afloat. Like, it's just like, man, we were good.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine, like, when you lose somebody, because we all go through those moments of like, oh, did they know I love them? And like, you know, you got the regret, and like, I never got a chance to say. I don't have to deal with that. And so, you know, our last words were, I love you too. So it was like, that right there is the main key. So I'm always grateful for that. Because, you know, once you lose somebody, there's no take backs, there's no negotiation, there's no refund, there's no do-over. So you have to take the loss. So within that, I was just able to find, when Cherie pointed out the one thing, that we didn't have to see him in that state. And then with me thinking about our relationship, I was like, man, I'm grateful for that. So even within tragedy, you can still find some gratitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you can do it in that steepest loss situation, like, that's inspiring to anybody listening, going through whatever they may be going through. And even feeling maybe even guilty for finding gratitude. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure there has to be some sort of, am I allowed to even feel grateful in these other, you know, situations. But thank you for sharing that.
Oh, for sure.
Everybody.
I'm always down for that. Like, you know, I'm always down to talk about my son, and like, because you never want your loved one to become like, what's his name on Harry Potter? Voldemort. You never want your loved one to become the name that should not be mentioned.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I'm always down to talk about them. You know, I feel bad for y'all more than anything, because it's like, I don't want y'all to get sad, you know, because I'm always down. I'm ready, you know, and I never fight waves of emotion or grief. It's like when the waves hit me, I just take it. I'm like, oh, here we go. And then I just cry. And like, I had a wavy day, not yesterday. What's today?
Wednesday.
I had a wavy day Monday, and I was watching a movie, and like, you know, the main character's son got kidnapped, so I just got a wave, and I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm always down to talk about them and share my experiences, because like I said, like, and I was looking at a post from Regina King, who lost her son.
I saw that.
and she was talking about, she wants his name to, live on. And so I feel like that's important when you lose a loved one. Don't tuck them away.
Right.
To where, they get forgotten or they can't be mentioned because then nobody's talking about them. And then, that's when they're really gone. So I'm always down.
What was your son's name?
Serene.
Serene
Baker.
Another gratitude is my animals, my horses.
Do you have a favorite animal?
That's like saying, do you got a favorite kid?
I do only have one.
So.
And I have one human kid and one dog kid.
Man, you're lucky.
Okay, so maybe not a favorite. So maybe have favorites for different reasons.
Yes.
Give me a couple of those.
Okay, so horse wise, right now, I barrel race.
Let's talk about that for a second because I didn't know what barrel racing was, and then I looked at your video and I was like, wait, why is this hot? Hold on. Wait a minute. Why? I'm attracted.
Yeah.
Listen,
I am
attracted.
I've
been telling you about cowboys forever. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's talk about that for a minute.
I'm like, never did I ever think I was gonna be a sex icon. Jesus,
honey. Yeah.
I went from being everybody's gay best friend to like Matt's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 2 of the horses that I have right now are Hush Money and Lolo.
Okay.
And they are my best friend Fallon Taylor's horses, and she's a world champion barrel racer.
Okay.
And so these are like $1 million horses that she's been like, hey, I'm not able to ride all of these horses. Here are 2 horses that are incredible. You ride them so well, like take them, have fun, and so grateful for that because it's giving me these incredible athletes to compete on at such a level that I didn't have before because my horses weren't at that level. Like they just weren't that.
Yeah.
I mean,
your horses are like, I'm hungry. What are we doing?
Yeah. They're like, I don't go that fast. Yeah. Like we got to run that fast, whereas hers are like, let's go, you know? So for me to be able to compete at that level again, because my horses have gotten older and I'm just like, I'm not the person, like, I'm not going to sell my horses because they've gotten older and get something new. Like, I'm like, you giving me what you gave me all those years, like, you're going to live with me until you die. And so for her to be able to give me those animals and let me compete on them is just, that's everything.
Can you tell me about barrel racing, first of all? Like, so you did it for fun, but then you compete.
Yeah.
And you have to train. You have a coach? Like, you just do it yourself?
No. So, I mean, years ago when I first started, I took lessons.
Okay.
So I did take lessons, and I've had a lot of horses that I've competed on over the years. And then I bought this one horse, Luna. She is the black mare that I run. She's 18 this year.
Wow.
And she qualified me for 3 world titles.
Wow.
And she kind of made me like the rider and the jockey that I am today.
That's so cool.
And so without her, I wouldn't be able to ride these horses that I'm riding now. So like it's I'm very competitive. So like, in kind of anything that I do.
Yeah.
So I want to be the best at everything. But horses have always been just like my love and my passion. Yeah. And so I started just kind of riding, just having horses and riding. And then I wanted to try barrel racing, and I fell in love with it when I tried it. And so I took lessons for a little while, got good, bought a step-up horse, got a little better, bought a step-up horse, got a little better, then got Luna, qualified for 3 world titles, and have just kind of gone from there.
Bro, your life. Like, I don't
I got to do all the things because I get bored.
I don't understand.
I know. But it's also kind of like a scary thing, because people say all the time, if you do all these things, how are you going to be incredible at one thing if you're doing it? Like, how are you going to continue to rise and be like an incredible stand-up comic if now you're doing music too? So
and yet here you are. Okay.
And don't play with me.
Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. So you qualify with your horse. How do you balance, like, do you have set time, like, okay, so I'm not touring, so now I'm gonna work on riding, I'm not riding, now I'm gonna work on music? Or do you do it all at the same time? Like, Tuesday I'm doing riding, Wednesday I'm doing music. Like, how do you balance?
So I realized in my very first tour that I put everything into that show and into that tour, and I was gone so much that I let my horses kind of fall to the wayside. I wasn't riding anymore. I wasn't competing anymore. I wasn't doing any of that.
Oh, they were so sad.
And they enjoyed a very long break. But it made me when I started to get back into riding and competing, I was like, wow, this really fulfills me. So I had 4 months off in between the next leg of my tour.
Okay.
So I really got back into riding and competing and winning again. And I was like, ooh, okay, I can't give this up. I can't get to that point again because it filled my cup.
Yeah.
And it fulfilled me. So I was like, I can't not compete or ride my horses because I'm not going to be a good performer and I'm not going to be a good artist and I'm not going to be creative if I can't do things that make me happy.
100%.
So now I tour on the weekends. I'm usually home during the week. So like I ride my horses and I try to compete during the week. Like Thursday, I leave for West Virginia for shows. My bus will pick me up at like 11 o'clock at night. And baby, I'm entered at a barrel race at 8 o'clock that night. So I'm like, I'm just going to run to that show, compete, run my horses, drive back home, drop my horses off, and get on the bus.
Wow. Look at you go. How old are you?
32.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So young. Oh my God. Of course you can do all the things. Oh my gosh. What an incredible life. Thank you for sharing all your goodies, all the things that you do. I'm having so much fun learning about you and all your many gifts and talents. And
my twins are on the spectrum.
Okay.
And I think that I'm grateful for that because I learned so much about myself and other people learning about them. Which is kind of it's kind of crazy. Like,
elaborate.
Yeah, so you know, they just think differently. There's nothing wrong with them. Their brain just operates differently. And there would be things that they would do that I felt like I was programmed to think, don't do that. That's wrong. Why are you so loud? Why are you doing, things like that. And then understanding them more, I knew that some of those things they couldn't help, or some of those things were like they're stimming, they'd scream, or they'll one of them will shake his hands a lot, or things like that. And it's literally him trying to get his energy out and expressing himself. So it made me look at other people and things that other people do that, like, I don't really get mad at a lot of things anymore because I always feel like there's a reason behind somebody doing something. Even if it's like they're being insane, like if they're pissing me off, like, but I always look at like there's something else that's there that's making them act like that, and it's not gonna affect me. So why am I mad? I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I think I have a lot more patience with other people. Yeah. A lot more patience with myself. Yeah. Just from learning how to be patient with them and understanding them.
That is so good.
Yeah.
When you were saying like when at first you were like, why are you so loud? Why is this? At what age were they diagnosed?
I believe it was 2. I think they were diagnosed at 2 or 3. And we noticed like one of them, like, he wouldn't make eye contact with anybody. It was really hard for him to look at anyone, or he'd go off and he'd it took them a while to like speak and things like that. So we just went and just to check it out. And that was kind of how we knew. And I just kept reading. Like, I instantly just started reading up on everything. Because I have family that are on the spectrum. I actually have a cousin that's older than them. He's an adult, but he's younger than me. So I've dealt with, I've seen it before. But reading up on it so much, I was like, oh, this is why they are the way they are. And then I would recognize things in me because I have ADHD. So, and they're very closely linked. So I just knew how to deal with myself too by reading on them.
Wow.
Reading up on them. It's been a journey for
yeah.
Yeah. So
wow. That's so good to find gratitude in that.
Yeah.
And to be able to step outside of like the hard times and be like, man, I learned so much about even myself and
Yeah.
and other people, like having grace for other people.
Yeah.
That's big.
It took a lot.
Yeah.
It took a lot. But yeah, that's kind of how I go through the world now. Like I just always think there's a reason for that. And whatever they're going through, or even if they're having a bad day, like whatever, like I can't let it affect me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I try to remind my husband of that, like in road rage incidents. He'll say something like, "Oh, this guy's a freaking idiot. He didn't even let me in." And I was like, "Or he didn't see you." He's like, "No, he saw me. I've had my blinker on for a long time." And I'm like, "I don't know. Maybe his dad just died and he's off in a mental zone and he didn't see your blinker and he's just driving."
That's
You don't know
That's incredible.
what someone is going through. Like, it's extreme, but it's the truth. You don't know what someone is going through.
You
And
don't.
like, maybe he just didn't see your blinker. Maybe
Yeah.
at the end of the day, he is an idiot and he is
Yeah.
a jerk and he sees your blinker and he's like, "No, I don't feel like letting you in." Maybe he's that. But also maybe he was just off in his own because you don't know what's going on
Exactly.
in his life.
Exactly.
Exactly. My husband has road rage like it's a hobby. Like it's
Yeah. I think my husband does too.
maybe it's a guy thing.
Yeah, I think it does. I think he does too. It's very, and I'm like, why? I don't even understand why you yelled at them if you got in. I don't understand. Or like after it's happened already and you're beeping your horn. Why?
Yeah.
What does that do?
And you're like worked up. Okay, give me another gratitude in your life.
Well, I'm gonna throw my wife in there with my kids. I can't let that not.
She could get her own shout out. She could get a separate one.
Yeah, she get her own shout out. I met her in college, and I just been with her ever since. She taught me the world. I'm from
College
a small
sweethearts.
town. Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, and I'm from a small town, so she had to teach me the
Is she
ins
from a
and
small
outs.
town?
Well, small, but she's from Canton, Akron, where my town's like one red light. We got a Wendy's and went crazy. We were like, yeah. I'm from a very small town. You know what's even crazy about that? I know I'm just jumping stories here. Is when I blew up, they were like, they started this Hall of Fame for football there. And they were like, we want to induct the 1999 Caddis Cardinals because we made it so far in the playoffs. But now I'm a big name though, right? I'm in comedy. So we go into town and it felt like I was in a sitcom. It's almost like there's a sign that says Caddis welcomes Jason Banks in the 1999 Caddis Cardinals. Like after this ceremony where we all we walked across the field and they say my name and you would have thought like I was the quarterback, like the crowd just erupts. Yeah. And then after it, I'm the only person, mind you, I'm a freshman on this team. Wow. I didn't even get in like one play during the whole season. Wow. And people are just taking pictures with like people from the team. Like,
why?
Hey, I was a starting center. How you doing? Because they were because I blew up at this point. I was big time Jason Banks to them.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, yes, of course.
So
But then your football team didn't actually win the playoffs. You just got far in it.
Yeah, we got so far in the playoffs. They were like, "Hey, listen, it don't take a lot to get in the Hall of Fame from a small town. You don't have to have anything big. Like you almost won, right? You get a first place trophy for that. Don't make fun of my football team.
I just try to get the facts straight. That's all. I'm here to fact check. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, you got it right.
That's amazing.
All right. And so your wife, college sweethearts, you came from a small town. Did you date anybody before? Was your wife your first serious relationship?
Well, yeah, I guess if you want to say serious, I mean, I've had serious relationships in high school that I was heartbroken that I thought was going to work forever.
Yeah, those count.
Like, that was devastating. Yeah, and then this girl, she came out to one of my shows, and I told my boys, like, cause she moved to North Carolina. This is one of the girls. This ain't nothing serious. I think I was in 8th grade. She was 7th grade.
Oh, this is serious.
But she was the love of my life. I thought we was going to be together forever. I remember, like, I was so devastated, and I was like more of a mama's boy. I remember this is almost embarrassing. I shouldn't even tell this story. I remember when she broke up with me, I went home and like my dad probably could care less. He just watched a football team, but I needed somebody to comfort me. I am hurting. Like I remember I put like we had like the little Scrabble pieces and I just left it out like Jason loves Lori, and I just walked off like somebody will find this and come to my.
It was your cry for help.
It's probably my brother like dumbass. That's for mom. Put it back.
It's for mom.
I needed her help. But I had those relationships, but nothing too serious.
Yeah.
No, just junior high love.
Yeah. So your wife was your college sweetheart. How long have you guys been married?
We got married in 2009. I have this tattooed on my chest. She's like, we was getting a tattoo one day, and she was like, I'm gonna get this. I was like, you know what? I'm getting a wedding date. I will never. If I see it enough, right? Every time I get in shower, it's just right there. I'm like, I'm gonna know what it is.
Or you see it backwards in the mirror.
Yeah. When did you get married? We got married 9002.
Oh, it's hilarious. What's your wife's name?
Andrea.
Andrea.
Yes.
Shout out, Andrea.
Shout out.
What does she think of your stand-up career and your like blowing up and all of that?
I think she's happy I'm home. She was cool with me being on the road. As you know, it was like, it's not that she's money hungry, but the money was crazy.
Yeah.
Right? You're just doing these random shows, and I remember like you said, the 600 thing.
Yeah.
I did a college, and they gave me $1,000, and I used to tell everybody, yo, you need to perform at a college, bro.
Bruh, they got money.
They give you $1,000. And then like the last college I performed in Texas, and I was so mad. I was like, you know, back in the day they only gave me $1,000. You probably got $1,000 just for opening the door. It's fucked up. I was so mad. But I thought back in the day that was the place to be. I forget what we were talking about. What was our question?
Your wife. This was your wife's shout out.
Oh yeah. So no, she loved it. So she yeah, I think it was just like when I started like really I blew up, and now I'm just getting the door deals from these places, and I'm coming home, and she's just like, out of here. And I'm like, yeah.
Go do more.
Yeah. So I think she was cool with that, and now she just on it with the TV show. Every time she just like, we just gotta sell this TV.
She's
on my
in
team
it.
now.
Yeah, that's right.
TV show.
That's your partner.
One more gratitude. Okay, it's got to go to my husband. I haven't named him yet, and he is definitely the best. I feel like anybody that gets the chance to meet Drew is a lucky person, because he is a gem of a human. He is the nicest guy. He will befriend anybody. Like, he is just pure light, pure kindness. And he's such a wonderful partner. Like, you know, when, like, you know, guys are guys. You know how sometimes you have to, like, ask them. You almost have to, like, teach them how to do things.
Sure.
He's the type of man where I don't have to say anything. Like, the trash will be taken out. The dishes will be done. Like, this is, he tells me, he's like, babe, I got it. And I think it's just because of, like, how I've dated in the past. I'm so used to like having to do everything.
Yeah.
It's so refreshing to have a partner that's like really 50-50 with you and does so much. And he's such an amazing dad. And watching him with our boys, I'm like, special. You make me want to have another baby. But I don't want another C-section, so I'm torn.
Yeah.
And but yeah, he's just wonderful. So I'm so grateful for him, because he really is like,
that's incredible.
We spend every day, all day together. Like, he's a stay-at-home dad, and I work from home, so we're together 24/7.
And you're not sick of each other?
No, which is crazy.
Well done.
I am obsessed with the man. I literally stare at him all day, like, God damn, you are delicious. Babies, go to bed. I need your daddy. We need mommy and daddy time. But no, he's just so fun. I just love him so much. And yeah, it's really, I think, rare to find someone that you can be around 24/7 and not be like, I need some me time.
Yeah.
Like, he's just a wonderful man. Very grateful for him.
That's very cool.
Most grateful for him.
Bye.